What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. So what a week we had this week. Interesting week. So I started the week around $5,750. I believe that's where I started the week. Monday. And yeah, they got me this week. I mean, they did. I'm not gonna lie, they got me. I mean, they shook the market this week. These moves were like gnarly, all over the place. So, yeah, when all this was going on, the last video I made. Actually, let's start there. The last video I made, we were going for, where's GBP USD? Right here. So I was going for. I saw this trend line here. No, it was here. Sorry. And it wasn't the best on my part, but I saw that we had a wick touch. This looked like corrective and down, so I knew like an up move was coming, and we came up and poked our heads above, so I'm like, okay, great. It's going to start heading up, right? So I was waiting for the retest. And I was going for more upside, thinking that this would come up and retest this broken, trend line, broken support trend line, and then come back down. But it's not even close to what happened. It actually came, it popped up. No, sorry, it popped up. It came back down, took out this low, which that's where my stop was, below this low. And then popped up, and then came screaming back down, and I actually had a buy order sitting right here, exactly right there. And I believe that was, I'd have to zoom out, but I had a buy order sitting right there, and because of how fast this was coming down, it scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it scared me. So I dragged my buy order down a little bit, and price came down just shy. I think my order was like right here at this 1.09000 level, and it just missed me and then flew up without me this week, because I kind of had two areas marked for GBP USD. I said if it gets up to here, I'm going to sell it. If it gets down to here, I'm going to buy it. And it did come down to where I had my order, and it went up without me because I got scared. Yeah. And I ended up taking, during this whole, look at some of these charts. Look at some of these charts. Look at NZD USD. Look at this move. It just came straight down, screaming down, and then went flying right back up. It's like, what the hell? Went down, took out a whole bunch of lows, came screaming back up, took out a bunch of highs, and then started heading back down. So during this whole fakem and shakem, I had an Aussie USD trade, I had an NZD US trade, NZD USD, I had a Euro USD trade, and they all went against me. I ended up taking an $800 loss. $800. So as of this morning, as of Thursday night, last night, my account was back down to like $4,800 or $4,900, and I was like, what the hell? But the part of the reason for that is because I had a trade in GBP USD that was in drawdown. I didn't actually take the loss yet. And that was right here. So I thought I saw what looked like, possibly, I just kind of threw some lines down, and I saw this little expansion. I'm like, okay. Well, price came up, hit this, came flying back down, came flying back up, and we started getting some wicks. So I entered right there. Which just happens to be, a nice area of resistance back here. Was support, resistance. We had wick rejections. And I'm like, okay. So I threw down an order there. Instantly, it was like, boom, it hit that level. I was in profit a little bit. I was like, yes, great. Great. I put my phone down. Came back like, I don't know, an hour later, and I was like, oh, crap. Completely mortified. I was like, no. You know, because this thing came flying back up. And at the peak here, this position was like $380 in the hole. And we did not touch this resistance trend line yet. So it was concerning because this thing looked like it was correcting for a potential another push up, which was the scary part. You know what I mean? But I'm like, screw this. Screw this shit, because I kind of have a general idea of what's coming. I just don't know the order in which it's going to happen. That's why I'm not even waiting for Sunday. I'm not waiting for Sunday because on Sunday, you know, I get my analysis from We Trade Waves. You know, they kind of give their 2 cents, and I can go to my other school and get their 2 cents. I honestly don't need it yet for this week, because every week that goes on with these schools, I'm starting to pick up what they're doing and how they're coming up with what they're coming up with. So GBP, you know, they're the first. That's the first bank that actually kind of flipped, and they're like, we're not gonna let this crash. We are gonna keep this market up, right? So the British pound looks bullish as of right now, but you know, the market makers aren't. They're gonna drag this market back down and try to get people out before it goes back up. So and you can see the way the market's moving. It's just correcting and flying all over the place. They're trying to shake people out. So I do think there's another drop coming. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for another substantial drop. And this time I don't care. I don't care if it comes screaming down. I'm going to hold firm on my positions because I see what they're doing. So this position right here, that was $380 some odd dollars in the hole. Like I was talking to my girlfriend last night of like, shit. You know what I mean? They're shaking the market. It looks like it could correct for another push up, and if it pushes up again, it's not going to be pretty. But you know what? I'm going to keep my stop above the last high. It would have been like $1,000 loss. If it shot up and took out the next high, it would have been over $1,000 loss. But I held. I stayed calm because I figured more than likely, and from what I saw, it looked like things were going to move down. Because look at NZD USD. Sometimes I try to get clues from other charts. NZD USD is definitely pushing down. So you can see right here, I had this trend line. You know, we kind of hit it. Did this. Shot down. Oh, and look at that. Now we have another trend line. This looks like an expansion. Price came shooting back up, and before it got to here, I had a sell order sitting right there, and you can see the wicks back here. And see, this is another thing that I was taught in the price action reading school, was to put my orders at close price, not the wicks. Close price. Every time I've done that, it's never worked out for me. I go by the tip of the wicks. It always works better. Because you can see right here, tip of the wicks, like it's right there. I front ran my order a little bit. It was literally right there. I wasn't in the negative for 2 seconds. I put 50,000 units, price shot up one more time while I was sleeping and dropped today. Beautiful. This one trade right here, plus GBP USD going back into profit a little bit, because my order was right here and price came down to like here. So I took like I don't know, $160 there and didn't take a loss on that. And then I had like a 500 and something dollar, like $600 win on NZD USD. And because of that trade, that put me at pretty much, I made $150 this week. That's better than taking a loss, I would say. I'm happy with that. I'm tickled pink, like, honest to God. So I'm still kind of focused on GBP USD because I want to get in for a nice long-term move up. I should have never have closed this position, because this is probably like I don't think we're ever going to see that again. I don't think we're ever going to see that. And actually right here, the tip of this wick, that's where my buy order was, right there. And you can see price came down, hit it, and then dude, if I had held that, I would have been probably up $1,000 again this week, but they scared me out. And yeah, it wasn't a great week, but it wasn't a bad week, so I will take it. So now what I'm looking for, GBP USD, as you can see, if we zoom out a little bit, this is kind of what I'm seeing here. We have capitulation here, we have this big freak out, and then we have, you know, the British, they did something about it, right? And it pushed back up, but way back up, took out all kinds of swing highs. That's a great sign. Bullish rotation. And now we're getting this retracement, which looks like it could be possibly a corrective structure, a bigger corrective structure. Like bullish move, correction, down, bullish move. That's way zoomed out. So that's kind of what I'm thinking within this expansion pattern. See, because we've got like a touch here, we came up, we touch that, we come back down, we touch this, and then we're off. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I have a buy order of 30,000 units sitting here. I may move this up a little bit, and then I have another 30,000 units sitting below that just in case. Because all in here, I mean, the more the merrier. Scam likely. I love that. You can just shut it down. But yeah, I'm gonna build my position as soon as GBP USD gets back down into this area. I'm gonna buy, and I'm gonna hold these. I'm gonna hold these long term. I want to hold these for like long term, because then I don't have to worry about getting shaken out of the market. You know what I mean? This, because you can see, like, if you start to zoom out and you see like these little moves that happened, in comparison, they're not that big. But I'm zoomed in, and I saw this big red candle come screaming down to my position. I'm like, oh no, you know, and it freaked me out. So no good. So what's the plan for this week? So I got out of the market. I took profits. As soon as I was in profit for the week, I grabbed my money and got out, because there is major GBP news happening on Saturday, and I don't want to be in the market for that. Because I mean, honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. I would imagine doesn't matter what's going to happen. I think the market makers are going to push this down, because I think a lot of the retail traders, they're buying this up. They are buying this up, and you can see it. Like when GBP USD started to come down today. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. GBP came up. It started coming down. Look at this candle right here. It dropped, and there was a bunch of buyers there that pushed that back up, and then the market makers shoved it back down. They want this to go down. They're gonna push this down and try to take people out. So I would imagine we're at least Gonna come down to, I mean, we already touched here. So I'd imagine we're coming down to here somewhere, but I may even put a buy order here too. I don't know, maybe a small one. A small one here, then a 30,000, then another 30,000. And then hold long term. So as soon as the market opens on Sunday, any correction back up from here is simply going to be viewed as an opportunity to go short again. This is kind of what I'm thinking until we get down there. And then NZD USD, yeah, same thing, because I still think NZD USD, if we go to the yeah, see that's the COVID low right there. This is the COVID low right there. We're almost there. And if you look at this expansion pattern, right? Boom, boom, boom. Now we're heading down. So I would imagine this is going to finish its move down. And look at that. It's like, it's perfect. So any correction here, maybe I should have held, but you know what? Whatever. Any correction that I see, I would imagine that we'll get some sort of correction back up. Simply is going to be viewed as another opportunity to go short until we hit that COVID low and see if we break it or if we don't. I don't know. And I think NZD USD is close. So NZD CAD, I think we're going to have another opportunity to get in. You can see the way it's coming up. Yeah, we had this drop here, and now price is coming up correctively. So I see NZD CAD dropping one more time. I would say one more time, and then possibly we get the total, like a total reversal from there. And then we're going up long term. So NZD CAD, when price gets back down into this area, I'm going to start buying and hodling. Long term, I mean, because it looks too good. And then, you know, as soon as my account grows enough, yeah, look at this. It's the same, like the same pattern is everywhere right now. Boom, boom, boom. It's gonna come back down. Hopefully Euro makes a higher low here. This is where we're expecting the next reaction at 0.96000 area. And hopefully we get a push up, but we came down into this pattern, so I don't know. I don't know if another drop is coming and then up. But regardless, we're below parity, and I mean, if you're a long-term investor, this is definitely, probably, more than likely, the area to do it. But I'm not positive on that, on the euro. At least with the British pound, they've already U-turned. You know what I mean? Their central bank's already U-turned. They're going to keep things from crashing. So GBP USD is definitely probably one of the best looking pairs right now. So yeah, anyways, we'll see what happens. And also my broker, I signed up for, apparently my broker allows me to trade like Bitcoin and stuff on 50x leverage. So I applied for it. I'm still waiting to see how and, you know, when I can do that. Because that would be great, because I can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of these different things, just like I'm trading GBP USD, USD CAD, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. I'll be able to start trading these charts as well, which would be kind of cool. Trading, you know, Bitcoin at 50x leverage, that'd be sweet. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this one. Make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, or not. See you later.